Hey, welcome or welcome back to 4F Beauty. When will I be YouTube famous? I don't know. What I do know is that I am slightly reclining to one side and I have my phone for reference in my hand. This can mean but one thing. It is time for the latest episode of Hell Yeah, or Whoa No, with the occasional maybe baby thrown in, just for good luck. Right, newer subscribers, welcome. I do this about every sort of 7 to 10 days where I discuss new upcoming makeup releases, etc., and say whether in my book they're a hell yeah, a maybe baby, or a whoa. No. These do tend to go on a little while, so it's ideal. Grab a drink, grab a snack, sit down, put your feet up and relax and listen to me talk about the latest makeup releases. And you never know, there's always a good possibility for a rant or two in these. You never know quite what you're going to get. So, starting off with September Rose Slush Palette. You'll know this is one of my absolute favourites, and she's a small UK indie brand who was kind enough to trust this small YouTuber with a discount code, which is BOMBER in all caps. It'll be on screen somewhere, it's in the description box. It's non-affiliated. I don't earn from it, you save 10%. It was sold out. Technically it is sold out, but she has now opened her books for pre-ordering. At the moment she's aiming to start shipping pre-orders from the 7th of September. If she gets any stock in earlier than that, obviously she'll start shipping earlier than that. But pre-order is live, my code is active. If you don't have this in your makeup collection, you don't know what you're missing. It is amazeballs. It genuinely is. I love it. It's one of my top 3 in terms of palettes, which tells you a lot because I've got a lot of palettes. The Dominique Cosmetics Lemonade palette, which I do want, but I'm gonna wait for Christmas and see if it comes up in the sale. Is now available on Beauty Bay, along with the lipsticks. I don't have a price for the lipsticks at the moment because when I did this, they were still showing as about to arrive. But the palette was in, and it's 32 quid, which for a high-end palette, that's not bad. I just hope we got the good ones because I know when these were released in America, the first batch that came out was a little bit hit and miss. So they redid them. So I sincerely hope that, as usual in the UK where we've had to wait, hope we've got the good stuff, not the rejects. Give Me Glow Cosmetics are going to start doing single shadows. I don't have any more information in terms of when or how much, but that's coming up. Another indie company called Bombshell Cosmetica is coming out with this Candylicious palette. They're originally called Bombshell Lashes, and it does actually say Bombshell Lashes on the corner. I love the look of this, but it does give me BH Cosmetics Weekender palette vibes. I think if you've got one, I don't think you're going to need both. Now, I've not seen any reviews on. I mean, as far as I know, it's not out yet. I haven't seen any of it coming out in PR to anybody. Obviously, I'm way too small to get PR, so I don't know what their quality is going to be like. But packaging and everything, and layout of shades in there, it's very tempting, very, very tempting. Makeup Geek are coming out with some new fall colours. That's Autumn Breeze and Grunge. They would look really nice together, actually. If you smoked Grunge through your crease and then stuck Autumn Breeze on the lid. Ooh. And the other two are Hayride and Apple Spice. There may be more, but I don't know. That's the only ones that I've seen so far. Juvia's Place are coming out with loose highlighters. Now, initially, they just showed us this box for the Royalty highlighter, which released on the 25th of this month, which had the Royalty 1 and Royalty 2 highlighters in. But there are also Nubian loose highlighters in Nefertiti and Nubia. So now obviously the Royalty has been shown in a twin pack. Whether these are available singly, I'm not sure. But these are the swatches that I've got for them. They do look absolutely stunning, it has to be said. I mean, obviously they're all going to be way too deep for me. I might just be able to get away with Nefertiti with a very, very, very light hand. But am I going to complain that it's highly likely that none of these four highlighters will match me? No, I'm not. And if there are any beauty gurus out there, or anybody out there who's complaining that, oh, that's not fair, Juvia's Place haven't got any that will suit my skin tone. Yes. How many other companies do highlighters in your skin tone? I've got a lot of black friends who struggle to get highlighters that don't look ashy on them or don't look absolutely bloody ridiculous. So, Juvia's Place is a black-owned business. You know, if your mainstream companies are not going to cater to the black pound, then I don't blame Juvia's for initially going for deeper shades, because there should be an equal balance of shades for all skin tones. It's 2018, not 1818. Told you I have occasional rants. Oh, they get worse than that though. Lime Crime is coming out with two new brow products. A Bushy Brow Stronghold Gel and a Precision pen. And the reason I pronounce it like that is because the O's got a little... Is that one acute? Is that the acute angle? It's a long time since I did French. But anyway, it's got one of those above the O. That's why I pronounced it a little bit weird. That's coming in September. Looks like there's going to be 5 colours plus a clear. I'm guessing that's the gel. Or is the gel the clear and the 5 colours? Actually, the 5 colours could be the pen. Dirty Blonde, Baby Brown, Brownie, Smoky and Redhead. So, I'll let you know more about that as I hear more. I don't appear to have any more information on that at the moment, but as I hear more, so will you. Beauty Bay put up this exclusive EOS Products UK colour changing lip balm, adapts to your natural lip shade. So basically it's going to be varying shades of pink depending on your lip colour. There are a lot of products like this on the market, the ones with the little flower in them, for example. I guess if it encourages kids to put lip balm on and keep their lips hydrated, I guess it's a good thing. You might be able to get away with it in school, although I know a lot of schools now let you wear makeup. We were never allowed to when I was a kid. Showing my age. Right, moving on. Menagerie Cosmetics, which obviously is what Makeup Monsters are going to become. Again, they've put out some black and white photos this week. Sneak peek alert on setting powder. No flashback, blurs, sets, perfects, matte and radiance boosting, talc free. So, yep. And they've also put this up saying a picture is worth 1,000 words. Liquid concealer and liquid lipstick. And someone on Insta said, any idea of when you'll launch? And they said, we are shooting for late fall. So, yeah. That's, to me, that's kind of late September, early October. So, hopefully they'll be able to keep to that time scale and be able to pick up on some Christmas sales. Jeffree Star. Our secret is out. The Blue Raspberry Sucker lip scrub is back. That's very nice, but can you bring back the grape soda one, please? Because I've just run out and it is my favourite. Thanks. His lip scrubs are amazing, by the way. I've got a lot of different flavours. They are actually edible as well, and they taste way too good. And they are gentle enough that if I get a dry patch on my face anywhere, you can actually use that. It's gentle enough to use on your skin as well, which is awesome. He also tweeted, I can't wait for September, new Jeffree Star Cosmetics velour lip liners and Supreme Frost highlighters. Now Supreme Frost, I think that's the one that he showed in a pan, like a very, very shiny gold, similar to Liberace in his 24 carat palette, but that looked more like a set gel texture rather than powder. So we'll have to wait and see for that. New merch, can't relate. Love that. Absolutely love that. I'm trying to bash through these as quick as possible because I've got quite a lot to talk about again. His liquid frosts are now available. 8 shades. The formula is a metallic liquid infused with glitter that keeps the glow on all day, non-sticky and blinding, vegan, cruelty-free, 1.01 ounces or 30 ml to a bottle. Retails for 25 bucks. I think it's 20 quid over here. I've not actually picked one of these up yet because I don't use liquid highlight on my face. There's some swatches, by the way, on different skin tones. I don't use liquid highlights on my face, and to be quite frank, I don't get enough of my body out in the summer to warrant buying one of those. It does surprise me actually that he's releasing this at the end of the summer and not the start, although he is going to Australia very soon, so perhaps he's trying to push it in the Australian market because obviously they're just hitting their summer. Possibly, I suppose, but there's a really good shade range there, from the super bright white Frostbite all the way through to that beautiful cherry red Chill Zone. Lush, lush, lush. Right, moving on to LA Splash Cosmetics. Now, funnily enough, the lipstick that I am wearing today happens to be the LA Splash Classic Horror collection in the shade The Mummy. Well, this year they are coming out with a palette. I did discuss this last week. We now have a release date for it, which is the 24th of September. I also discussed the Sugar Pill collab with Trixie Mattel, which is a whoa, 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 no for me, because it's just, it's such a basic palette, and you can't buy the lipsticks separately. You can only buy them together as a set for $52 for a basic Biarch palette. I mean, but we now have a release date on those. That's why I'm mentioning it again this week, not just to bash it. But that is being released September 5th at 10 AM PST, should you wish to buy it. I mentioned last week that Seed Beauty, the founders of Colourpop, are launching a new skincare brand called Fourth Ray Beauty. Now have some more details on some of their products. A BFD cleansing oil, $14. AM to PM gel cleanser, $12. Keep Clear clarifying tonic, $10. Lightweight hydrator, $12. Later Hater spot treatment, $12. And there's also 3 bundles, $22, $54 and $150. The Ritual box is a sage bunch, headband, candles, bath bombs and crystals, $150. There are accessories and tools as well. There's a rose quartz roller for $18, silk scrunchie set, $6 for 3, and a cat ear headband for $6. The line is wellness and self-care inspired, said Nelson, and relies on natural ingredients such as ginseng, willow bark, papaya enzymes and botanical oils. It is 100% cruelty-free and vegan, and is available now, as it happens. So, obviously I haven't tried any of those yet, but as I do personally own a jade roller, and if you watch my AM skincare film, you'll see exactly how I use it. That is a really good price for a roller. Okay, it's rose quartz, not jade, but it'll do exactly the same in terms of property wise. Talking of jade rollers, I did get a comment on my skincare one that one lady was keeping hers in the freezer. Not the best idea. That can actually crack the jade. If you really want to chill it down, then by all means pop it in the fridge, but I wouldn't advise putting something like that in the freezer. It's far too brittle a substance for that. Right, Revolution. Hope your feet are up, because as Revolution are the UK version of Colourpop, they are churning stuff out. You might not like all of it, but you're going to like one of them. But they are cruelty-free and at a sensible price, which is awesome. Now, Adam Minton put this up, saying, new launch, Revolution English Breakfast Black Tea, the Tea Revolution. Now, I don't know whether this is just he was at a hotel somewhere and that was the particular brand of tea, so he's taken a photograph and put it up on his Insta stories just for a laugh, or whether Makeup Rev are actually going to be getting involved in tea making now as well. The man has a sense of humour, so who knows. Discussed last week about the collaboration with Emily Noel. It's actually two palettes. It's the Needs and the Wants. The Needs is a smaller palette in the pink packaging, which has your basic colours, pretty much the same as in that Trixie Mattel one, which you've got to buy as a bundle at $52. But this also has bronzer, blush, highlighter, and a base creamy sort of setting shade before you go in with the colours. And that's £10. And she said that the Needs is the greatest hits of the brand. It's something that would be, it's great for everyday stuff, for school, for work, for travelling. If you've got to go away for a conference or something, you'd get, you've got your whole makeup look in one palette. The only other Makeup Revolution palette I've seen that's anything like that is the one they did in collaboration with Maxine, the Polish beauty guru. But the bronze and the blush in that I had to go very, very lightly with, because on my skin tone they went a bit dark. This does look more the sort of shade that I'd be able to use, and I know that Revolution stuff builds up well, so I don't know whether it would be ashy if you've got super deep skin. I suggest going into Superdrug and just having a swatch. That one, I've got to be interested. Got to be honest. For me, it's a whoa, whoa, whoa. No, because I've got it a million times over, and I don't tend to do nude eyes very often. This is about as nude as it gets for me, really. The other palette, which does interest me, is called The Wants. And this one Emily described as, I wanted the palette to inspire but could also allow you to stay in your comfort zone. I wanted the perfect balance of light, medium and really rich dark shades. I want the colours to be buildable so you can reach the level of intensity that you want. And that's in the pale peach packaging. Now that one really appeals to me. Now I know that, I've watched Emily for quite a while on YouTube, and she does like her plums and her greens, so I knew there were going to be some interesting colours in this one. And so that's the box, not my butt. So I knew there would be those kind of colours in there. Ideal for fall that obviously us in the Northern Hemisphere are just going into. There's some swatches of the palette. I really like the look of that. And that's only £15 when you look at the amount of shadows you've got in there. The problem is, I at the moment I'm veering more towards smaller palette, a 9-pan or a 12-pan, or for example they're kind of, the chocolate bar sized ones. That for me is kind of big enough in terms of palettes at the moment. I get why she's made it that big, so that it covers a lot. I mean, there's a myriad of looks you could make with that palette. I probably am going to end up getting it at some point, but I do prefer smaller palettes, so that's a maybe, baby, verging on a hell yeah for me, that one. We've started seeing some sneak peeks of some of their Christmas line as well. So again, they've got advent calendars by the look of it. Looks like they've got a chest of stuff coming out. Now whether that chest will have all of those items in it, or whether it's just going to be a chest that you can put your own makeup into, I don't know. Looks like we're getting some more chocolate bars coming out, and it looks like we've got a red and white striped highlighter down here, apple cinnamon heart, gingerbread heart, so they're probably getting into the snowflake heart, and I can't read what the other one is because it's hidden by the next picture that overlaps it. But that chocolate heart above, the big pink one with the 3 chocolate bar palettes and the chocolate heart, I'm guessing bronzer. Well, it could be a highlighter, but I'm guessing it's going to be a bronzer. I have actually messaged Adam Minto saying, in fact, there's the picture that I put up on Instagram, asking him, please tell me these are going to be available and not just as a box set, because A, I'm probably not going to be able to afford to get all of them in one go. You know, you're spending out on Christmas presents, etc. But also, I didn't say this on Insta, the one that's pale cream at the end is going to be all nude. We've already established I don't do nudes, and you know, I've got about 8 or 9 of their chocolate bar palettes as it is, and it's like even the lemon drizzle one, half of it I've got browns in. So I don't need a whole nudes palette, because if I want them, I've got plenty of them already. And the caramelly one at the end, I'm guessing is going to be nice warms, sort of like oranges, mustards, browns. Again, I've got a lot of those colours, but the red and white one interests me, because is that going to be their version of, you know, Blush Tribe Malika or Jeffree Star Blood Sugar, for example? Is that going to be reds and burgundies and purples, and there's probably going to be more browns in there as well? I haven't had a reply back from him yet. Should I ever get a reply back, I will let you know, because you can see from this picture here, they are actually designed to be sold as a set. So I really hope they will be available individually. They also put this picture up so you can see the size of that chocolate heart. And then underneath it there's a huge chocolate bar, which when I zoom in, obviously it pixelates quite a bit, but I can read contents £100 worth of value in that big chocolate bar. So I'm guessing that one, if we go back to that first picture, look, there's on the right hand side there is that big chocolate bar with the 4 full-size chocolate palettes, 2 mini palettes and 3 lipsticks. So it looks likely that all of those are going to be in that big chocolate bar. So if you've got, you know, a son or a daughter who's just getting into makeup and you want to get them a nice comprehensive set of good quality but cheaper makeup, that could be a good way to start, and it's going to look really beautiful as well, that big packaging they can display in their room or whatever. Now, long-term viewers will know I've got some of the Revolution Conceal and Define concealers. I've got them in C1 and C0.5 because I am super pale, and now I can't get them back in. There we go. They are now coming out with a full coverage foundation and a super-sized bottle of the concealer. These concealers have 4 grams in them, and apparently the new ones, where did I see it? Super-sized concealer, more than 3 times the fill. So that's going to take it more up to the quantity size of the Tarte Shape Tape, but it is still going to be a sensible price, and they are also coming out with a Conceal and Define foundation. Now you know that's got my name all over it. I'm gonna, hell yeah, I'm gonna have to get me one of those to try. Thank you very much indeed. Do I have prices? They launch on the 5th of September at Revolution Beauty, Superdrug, and they're also launching in Ulta in America in September, which is fan-blooming-tastic. Foundation is only going to be £9 €9.99 or $12. Seriously? And the supersized concealer, 13 grams of it, for £7, €7.99 or $10. So, yeah. Someone has asked, is the foundation formula the same as the concealer formula, so that I could technically use the foundation as concealer? And they've replied they have different formulae. The concealer is better for covering blemishes and dark circles, so it sounds like the foundation is going to be a medium to full buildable. Awesome, can't wait to get my hands on that. Right, moving on from Revolution. Fasali put this image up. You're thinking, well, I'm thinking what that looks like. This is the Skin Tune Blur, a hybrid primer serum that softly blurs the skin, reduces the appearance of pores and imperfections, and leaves a bright and blurred effect. What makes this product different is its lightweight formula, which keeps the skin hydrated and softly blurred at the same time, to be used with or without makeup. That's going to be available September the 6th on their website, but I don't have any prices for that, I'm afraid, sorry. They either haven't been released yet or I haven't managed to find them yet. I mentioned last week Distinction Brow and Lash as an alternative to Kat Von D's colourful brow products, and they've now got this indelible makeup remover with olive oil, jojoba and vitamin E to wipe off their indelible brow gel and all other waterproof mascara. Gentle oil-based makeup remover, vitamin E, jojoba and olive oil to leave your skin soft and supple. So that's good. Right, it's rant time. I am officially gonna have to put a brand onto the shit list, which is annoying because they make one of my favourite perfumes. Chanel. They are coming out with a makeup line for men. Right, so you think, oh, okay, maybe it's like a lightweight BB cream and concealer so that if men are going to work and don't want it to be obvious they're wearing makeup, they can have a lighter kind of coverage. No. They're starting off with 3 products. You ready for this? A Le Style Sourcil eyebrow pencil in 4 shades. Okay. Blonde, light brown, dark brown, black. Maybe that works. Le Bloom Lèvres Matte Moisturising Lip Balm. How are either of these 2 products different from products that women use? You know, that stuff called makeup. But here's the real kicker. Le Teint Foundation SPF 25. In 4 shades. I thought Tarte was bad with 12 shades of beige, 3 tan and 1 dark. Do you see the 4 shades that Chanel have released? If it was a BB cream, I could maybe understand there being fewer shades because it would be lighter coverage, it would blend in with your own skin. This is not a BB cream, this is a foundation. Looks like an ivory at the top because it looks like to be yellow toned, and then a porcelain because it looks pink toned, and then a beige, and another beige. So not only is Chanel saying men can't use makeup, that's women's makeup, men have got to have their own makeup, they're also saying men only come in 4 colours. Really? See, I might be married to a white man now, but I have dated more than just 4 shades of men, I can assure you, over the years. And it's really annoying because there's some beautiful stuff that I want to talk about that Chanel are releasing for their Christmas stuff. But once you go onto my shit list, I don't talk about any of your forthcoming products on my Hell Yeah Won't Know. I don't promote them at all. Why do men have to have male foundation? Why can't they use foundation or foundation or foundation or indeed high-end foundation? I am so bloody angry at this. It is 2018 and Chanel want to seem to take us back to bloody prehistoric times as far as I'm concerned. Makeup for men? No. Makeup. Makeup is designed for human beings to put onto their skin, regardless of their age, their gender, or their skin colour. And if companies nowadays are not prepared to cater to all of those things, then as far as I'm concerned, that company doesn't exist, doesn't get talked about, doesn't get promoted. So here's my shit list. You can see all the companies that are on it so far for whatever reason. Some of them are due to shade ranges, some of them are due to dubious practices by owners or racist behaviours that have not been apologised for correctly when excuses are made before people start jumping on my back. As you can see, Chanel has been added to the list. Can I just put out a general statement, please, to all the other makeup companies? Can you please not do anything to go onto my shit list? Because otherwise I'm going to have to start page 2. And I don't want to have to do that. Bloody 4 foundation shades. Okay. Let me just clear that nasty taste out of my mouth. And let's continue talking about makeup that both men and women can use. Because I know I've got male followers. Right. Winky Lux have got a new palette called the Mermaid Kitten palette. Love that. Love those shades actually. It's really nice to see the aqua in there without a crap ton of browns to go with it. Admittedly, looking at those swatches, if you've got super deep dark skin, you're probably only going to be able to use about half of that palette. But the palette is $25, so that's, you know, it's a pretty good price for an indie brand, to be fair. And I actually like the look of those. Moving on, her mannerisms put this picture up, and I really like the colour story in this palette. This is a close up of the Lucid Dream eyeshadow palette 2. I do wish there were fewer browns in there. Those two greens, that purple and that coral shade though, and that electric blue bottom right. Can I have that as a quint, please? Just those 5 shadows. That would be awesome. Thanks. Pre-sale is up now, apparently. But I don't have any more details than that, I'm afraid. Blush Tribe have got some new shades coming up, and it said, please note these look like glitter, but they're not glitter. They are loose pigments, very, very pigmented and sparkly. Now, I have got one of her titanium dust pigments, this one, which, if I can get the light to hit it right, goes from purple to teal, which, being that my wedding dress was purple and my bridesmaids' dresses were teal, can you guess why I went for that one? And I do like that. I want to play, because I've not used loose pigments before, I want to play around with that a bit more before I film with it, so that you actually don't get me there going, for half an hour. But they've got these coming up, loose pigments, super, super sparkly. These are the current set of titanium dusts they have available. And as I understand it, they're also going to be coming out with some more titanium dusts that are slightly less pigmented, so you can get more of a less opaque kind of wash, more of a sheer wash of glitter over the top of another shadow, so that'd be interesting. This is a mock-up of their palette for the autumn called Fall Fusion. It's going to be here September. 12 shades in 37mm pans, so that's going to be Juvia's Zulu sized pans, I would have thought. 9 matte shades, 2 shimmers, and an extra special sparkly shade which I thought I would add to make it a bit different to my usual palettes. The writing won't be black, it'll be white. This is just the mock-up sample. And I gotta admit, I really like the look of that. She put these swatches up, sneak peek of a palette coming from Blush Tribe, specifically aimed at POC or people of colour. And I can see every single one of those in that fall palette. So I'm really hoping that those are swatches from that palette. Because, do you know what? I don't care if it's aimed at people of colour. I'm going to buy that when it comes out. What have I got next? Oh, Natasha Zanona was saying something's coming back, and it's basically her Sunset palette is coming back and is going to be a permanent item in her collection. $129 or 115 quid, I think it is, 109 quid, something like that. For 15 eyeshadows, comes back in stock April 31st. Can I just say though, if you really love those colours, but you don't really love that $129 price tag, if you have a look at the Colourpop Yes Please palette, if I can find a picture, I'll stick it on here with that. It's got pretty much exactly the same shades in it for much cheaper, and I have that palette and it blends beautifully. It's one of the better Colourpop palettes that I've got. So, moving on. Bobbi Brown, their fall 2018 is called Camo box for obvious reasons. There's some swatches there of the eyeshadow palette and the big highlighter bit in the middle. There's no reason you couldn't use that highlighter as eyeshadow, to be fair. They've not swatched it on a very deep skin tone though, and looking at how that appears, those swatches, number 1, that bone shade, and number 3, wheat, look as if they're going to be ashy on anybody of a deeper skin tone than the one that it's shown on there. But that Iron Cheek palette, velvety matte to sparkly metallic eyeshadows, with the metallic middle shade being a yummy highlighter, $75. Two nail polishes, $16 each. Two chromatic shadows, $38 each. Two long wear gel eyeliners, $27 each. That's a lot of money, let's be fair. I do like the look of those chromatic eyeshadows though, I will say, but I would rather just go to Blush Tribe and pick up some more of their titanium dust ones instead, because they're a damn sight cheaper. And then you are supporting an indie company where you make someone smile every time you place an order. Right, MAC. They're launching a new designer collection called the Blondes in collaboration with Philippe and David. 2 lipsticks, 2 lip glosses, 1 brush, 1 palette, lashes, liquid eyeliner, ... and maybe more. I mean, that packaging is absolutely stunning. That's the kind of thing that you just want to put up on your shelf, isn't it, really? I do have some prices here for you. The Blondes Magic Dust Powder, $42. Suddenly the packaging's not looking quite so nice. Lipstick, $20 in David Blonde and Philippe Blonde. Dazzle Glass, which is their lip glosses, for $20 each. Fifi the Blonde and Bijou X Blonde. Boot Black Liquid Eyeliner, $21. Blonde Diamond Lashes, $18. And a 135 SES Large Flat Powder Brush, $42. Will be available September the 6th globally. And those lashes do look like they've got black gems along the lash band, hence why I guess they're called diamond lashes. And that's what the powder looks like on the inside. Yeah, I think I like the packaging more than I like the stuff that's in it, to be honest. I've got some more details on the Patrick Starr final one of his collections, the fall collection. You have this one, which is sort of like the greeny compact with the more nudie lipstick, and then you've got the plummy compact with the red lipstick. The green one, I believe, is called Oh No She Better Don't, which is going to be $21. Retro Matte Liquid Lipstick in Ultimate Diva. Cool Nude Eyeshadow ×4 in Sugar Mama. And then the plum one is going to be Boy About Town. Oh, apparently that's going to be $18.50. That's going to be cheaper. That's interesting. Retro Matte Liquid Lipstick in #Paddy Pout. And then Deep Burgundy Eyeshadow ×4 Overpacked. September 6th. It says will be available September 6th / International September. Now, normally I would go for the plummy quad, but I have now I've got Jeffrey's Blood Sugar, I've kind of got most of the reds and purples that I'm going to need. But that green compact, I really like the look of, and I quite like the look of the lipstick as well. 21 American bucks, 25 Canadian dollars. So that's probably going to be 20 quid, 22 quid when it comes over here. If I've got the cash, and if it doesn't bloody sell out like that again, Mac UK, I might pick that up, because that annoyed me. The first one of his collabs, I put his powder into my basket, came back out, put a lipstick into the basket, clicked checkout, and the powder was gone. And they never got any more back in stock. Ever. So if I have actually got the money to get that when it comes out and they sell out within seconds again, I am going to be so wild. They're also repackaging their Studio Fix 24-hour smooth wear concealer, as you can see, and to make it easier when you are looking for your shade on the shelf, the printing on the outside of the box is going to be comparable to the shade of the concealer. So if someone's grabbed the wrong shade and bunged it back in the wrong part, you're not going to think, oh, that's the wrong shade I want, pick it up and end up going home with something that's completely not the shade that you want. Again, that contains 0.24 fluid ounces or 7 mils. Moving on, the Stila UK Vivid and Vibrant collection is now at Beauty Bay. So there's those split pan eyeshadows, which do look nice, but I'm not paying the price that they want for them. I don't have that listed down now, but I know it just made me go, whoa, you've got to be kidding me. And I've not got a picture of it here, so perhaps they didn't promote it, but they've also got the dual toned glitter and glow things, the purple one and the green one and the blue one. So if I can find a picture of that, I'll bung that in here as well. Now, you know that Morphe disappeared from Beauty Bay, and I surmised it was because Morphe's now got a UK site, so why would you buy from Beauty Bay when you can buy it from Morphe and use an influencer's code and save 10%? But then Cult Beauty are shouting about the fact that they've got Morphe again. Confusing as hell, but if you if the Morphe UK site doesn't ship Morphe to where you are in the world, it is possible that Cult Beauty may do so. So check that out. So it might come in useful for you that way. I would still advise, unless they've got a massive sale on at Cult Beauty, I would advise getting your Morphe stuff through the Morphe UK site, simply because you can use influencer's code and save 10%. Label UK have got this picture up. Inspiration comes from different places, and ours came from Candy for this palette. It was a struggle to pick only 9 shades, but we wanted this palette to be a go-to for colour and pigmentation. We also decided to make it a small palette, since these may not be your typical everyday shades to wear. Really? They look perfect for everyday shades for me. I know, I'm not like most people. Our Colour Splurge palette launches on the 31st of May. All matte with intense pigmentation. It's going to be 15 quid or 20 bucks, so that is actually a really good price. There are some swatches, and I know I said I'm kind of over rainbow palettes unless they have something that really grabs me. I'm so tempted by that, because that marmalade shade being a soft corally orange, and that teal and that plum, very, very tempted. Labelle, by the way, are a UK makeup indie brand, cruelty free, and they ship worldwide, which is awesome. Urban Decay are getting rid of the original Naked palette. Today we mourn the loss of our beloved original Naked palette. Though this parting is bittersweet, you'll still be able to get your hands on the palette anywhere Urban Decay is sold, while supplies last. But you know what annoyed the hell out of me? US, save 50%. Canada, save 50%. UK, save 30%, but only for 2 days. Really, Urban Decay? Really? That's the game we're going to play, is it? Even Korea can save 50% till the stocks run out. So why does the UK only get 30% off, not 50%? And why was it restricted for only 2 days? Can you say discriminate against the British? However, Nicole Richie tweeted this. Today we mourn our beloved original Naked palette, which will be laid to rest after 8 years. I, for one, am feeling much like the palette, dark, a little horny, and unapologetically dramatic, until we meet again. Now, does this mean, similar to Huda with her bloody rose gold palette, which she said she was retiring and you're not going to be able to get anymore, so everyone rushed out and bought up the last of the stocks, and then she 6 months later went, I reformulated it, it's better now, look. And everyone was like, yeah, if you told us you were reformulating it 6 months ago, I wouldn't have gone out and bought this, I'd have waited for that one. So I don't know whether Urban Decay are picking up a trick from Huda. That, by the way, is one of the reasons Huda's on my shit list. If you want to find out other reasons why, you're going to have to watch some of the old episodes of Hell Yeah, Why No to find out. But yeah, I would never be surprised in a few months' time, you know, some point in the new year, for the original Naked palette to be revamped, re-released, brought up to date, available again. We'll see if I'm right, shall we? This picture's been floating around Insta. Trend Mood had it, Beauty News Official had it, showing this Naked Cherry palette. Now I've got to be interesting. I need more coffee. I've got to be honest, this is the first Naked palette that has ever interested me. If that is released, if it's genuine and that is released, I'll wait for W7 and Revolution to bring out copies of it and buy it for a quarter of the price. This has also been floating around Insta. Looks like this is going to be their Christmas release, the Elements palette. Available September the 10th on their website. I don't know if that includes UK and Australia and everything, or whether it's just the US. It's probably just the US initially, because, you know, UK doesn't even qualify for 50% off. And we only get 2 days. That really bugged me. Can you tell? Can you tell that's really bugged me? Can you? Can you? Ooh. Yeah, this is apparently Cosmic Colour from Another Dimension. 18 new shades from bright mattes to holographic shimmers. Balls, are they holographic? Might be duotone, they might even be triple tone. They are not bloody holographic. All orbiting lunar and ultra iridescent transformer shade. There are no boundaries with this palette. Really? So why are there 1, 2, 3, 4 browns, browny rusty colour, a browny reddy colour. Why out of all of these 18 shades are a third of them brown? Do you not think we've not got enough brown in all of our other bloody palettes? They are this close to going on my shit list. One more thing like that bugs me, and I'm going to have to use page 2 of my shit list. At this rate, I'm not going to be able to buy from anybody before long, and the hell yes, it'll be 5 minutes long. Companies can earn their way back off of my shit list, by the way, in case you were wondering. They just have to rectify whatever it was that got them put on the shit list in the first place. Still talking Urban Decay. These Hex Ready eyeliner sets, $29, have started appearing in Ulta in America, so it looks like that's going to be part of the Christmas range as well. The little mini aphrodisiac palette is now available on their website in the UK. 6 shades, $26. Pretty bloody expensive, but then it's Urban Decay, so what do you expect? But it is a nice range of colours there. And if you like those colours, if that cherry one's not coming out, this is like a mini version of it, I suppose. So, you know, if you can't find it in your other palettes, and I'm pretty sure if you check your other palettes, if you've got Modern Renaissance, you don't need that. Right, moving on, Ciate. I've got 2 of their glitter flip lipsticks. I've got the purple one in Fortune and the baby pink one in Candy, and I really like them. They're now bringing out a new shade called Scandal, which is Ruby Slipper Red, they're describing it as. 17 quid. It says with holographic glitter. Now that could be the correct use of the term holographic, because glitter can be holographic. For those of you who don't know, holographic means that when it catches the light, it refracts all the colours of the rainbow, from red through to violet. If it only flashes 2 colours or 3 colours, it is either iridescent or multichrome. It is not holographic. However, this could be holographic. Basically, you put a thin layer on. If you've got wrinkly lips like mine, because you've not had, you know, fillers in them or anything, or you're getting a bit older and your lips are getting a little bit crinkly, it's a good idea to hold your mouth open like this while it sets and dries. If you don't get any cracks in it, you do look like a complete moron though. And then after a minute, when you do that with it, it actually brings out the glitter. And if during the evening it starts to fade, you can, and it brings the glitter to the front again. It's really pretty, it's a really effective look, and it is ideal for parties, especially with Christmas season coming up. And like I said, it's only 17 quid, so yeah, that's probably going to be a hell yeah for me this Christmas. I can see me picking up one of those. Right, Wet n Wild. We can now actually get some of the Wet n Wild stuff from Beauty Bay. But this is their Halloween thing this year. It's been spotted in some Ultas in America again. It's called Fantasy Makers apparently. And it's got Colour Icon Shade Shifting Zombie Blush, $5.99. I'm guessing that's the grey thing there. 2 Megalast liquid catsuit metallic lipsticks. Bloody hell, that was difficult to say. $4.99. The blush was $5.99, by the way. Eyeliners, nail polishes, paint palette, crayons, rainbow highlighter. So I did actually tweet out to Beauty Bay saying, please tell me you're going to be stocking the Halloween box from Wet n Wild. and they replied, "Hey, we've passed on your suggestions to our buying team," because I know that for the box sets and stuff, they have to order that a few months in advance. So we've only had Wet and Wild in the UK available to us for about a couple of weeks now. So hopefully they'll be able to have got their order in for that. However, I probably will pick up that colour changing blush if we can get it, and possibly one of the eyeliners. I'd need to see the colours in the palette, although the four that we can see there I do quite like the look of. But Nadie from Poplux tweeted this: "Should I feel hurt because Black Ice was somewhat ripped off by Wet and Wild Beauty?" Because Nadie has had a colour shifting, I believe his is a highlight rather than a blush, because it goes from black to white. If you want to see it being used, Nikki Tutorials used it back in January of this year, so January 28. If you search on YouTube for Nikki Tutorials black highlighter, it should come up. If I remember, I will include the link to Nikki's tutorial using it in the description box. But yeah, I can understand Nadie being a bit upset about that, because obviously he did start off the black to white colour changing highlighter. This is technically a blush, not a highlighter, but it follows the same principle. The thing is, I would love to try one of Nadie's highlighters, but I just can't afford the shipping. The shipping is almost the same price as the highlighter. I think it's about $20-25 or something to ship it to the UK. So, I'm probably never going to be able to afford to try Nadie's stuff. But I would like to see what that's like, just to try. Because obviously I've got Jeffrey's Black Onyx Ice highlighter, which I used in numerous Halloween looks that I've done to use as like a black contour, and it's brilliant for black eyeshadow as well. Anyway, moving on. Kim Kardashian is giving us a sneak peek to something new by KKW Beauty. Really? Coming soon. Glittery and purple and yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No. Just no. Right, Tarte's Halo Beauty has got a new supplement out, the Kiwi Seed Booster. So the reason that she actually released this one, it's pretty much the same as the pink ones that she had out. These are the green ones, obviously, but it doesn't have the hair boosting element. It just has skin nutrients in it. And the reason that she did that is because she had a lot of people saying to her, "Look, I've spent a fortune on laser hair renewal. I don't want to encourage it to come back again. What can I take just to help my skin?" So she listened to that feedback, and if you are one of those people who's gone through laser hair removal, either ladies wanting, various areas not to have to keep shaving, or ladies, trans ladies that have gone through changes and obviously don't want to encourage hair growth back, but still want something to help your skin, Tarte apparently has got you covered. Admittedly, it's $30 for a 1 month supply, and I'm pretty damn sure you can buy skin. Although, admittedly, a lot of supplements are skin, hair, and nails. Thinking about it, it's entirely up to you. It's a thing. It's there. It's available. Sneak peeks from NYX. Don't know how much this we're actually going to get, because the NYX released the lid lingeries in America, and I was so hyped up. There are about 4 of them that I wanted. By the time they actually bothered to release it over here, I was bored and I haven't bought any of them. This is a lesson to you, NYX. It's a big world now. We see American influencers using this stuff and we want to be able to use it now, not in 6 months' time. But these are the things that they're sneak peeking. Sugar Trip, huge collection of brushes, lip products, eyeshadows, glitter palettes, highlighters, foil creams, sets, lipstick with matching lip pencils, 45 shades of Can't Stop, Won't Stop concealers to go with the foundation, and the Machinist collection, which includes eyeshadow palettes, Steam, Ignite and Grind, coming September, October. I've got so many different pictures. I'm just gonna, while I'm talking, I'll have put all of those up on screen for you, for things that I've got pictures of. Of those palettes, the Machinist palettes, I must admit I like the look of the middle one with the greens and the mustards in. That looks quite nice. But it does very much depend on price, because NYX seem to think that they're I don't know, NYX started off as drugstore prices and they seem to now think that they can charge Too Faced prices, which confuses the hell out of me, because if you wanted to have a more exclusive range, then call it NYX Elite or NYX Exclusive or NYX First Class. Because I've done that. I've been in NYX, picked a palette up thinking, oh, this is really nice, expecting it to be 15 quid, get to the till and it's 30, and I'm like, you can take that straight back out of my basket. Thank you very much. Too Faced. Sneak peek of their Christmas palette. Wow. Isn't that amazing shades that we've never seen before from Too Faced in any of their palettes or holiday collections before? For those of you unsure, yes, that was sarcasm. And yes, once this hiccup goes, that's a whoa, whoa, whoa. No, I think I've got more Too Faced to talk about a bit later on, but that was linked to the Christmas stuff of NYX. So, right, another indie makeup. This is Makeup Maniacs Cosmetics collaboration with Cici La Rouge. This is the Never Cancelled palette. Gotta be honest, it kinda looks like the sort of thing you can buy from AliExpress, particularly with that bottom row being what looks like all pressed glitters. Makeup Maniacs are an Ohio based makeup company, but I've been around since 2015. Cruelty free. They've also got some other palettes on their website launching later this month. Launching August 31st is the Smoking Slayer palette. I must admit, I like the look of that one. That's going to be $25. And they've also got this Underground Candy palette, which again, that gives me very much BH Cosmetics Weekender vibes. But that's $40. So if that's $40, I'd, for working it out quickly, 20 shadows. And that collaboration with Cici La Rouge has got 30. I'm guessing that's going to be quite a pricey palette, because 40 quid for 20, so you've got a third more, so you can assume 60 quid. But then they've got to pay, if it's a collab with Cici, I reckon they'll be looking at $60-70 for that. So for something that looks like it came from AliExpress. Whoa, 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 whoa. No. You always get honesty from me. You might not always appreciate the honesty, but you're gonna get it anyway. Iconic London is going to be in Ulta stores now, and that picture there is their Prep Set and Glow, I believe, which is going to be about $25 in America. This is something that I have been looking for a dupe for so blooming long, because I had a little sample Benefit Ready Set Brow. I loved this. It's the best brow gel I've ever had, but I'm not paying 20 quid for the full size one, not for blooming brow gel. But apparently Colourpop's Brow Boss Gel for $6 is exactly the blooming same. So next time I make a Colourpop order, I think I'm going to be bunging me one of those in there to give it a try. Or Beauty Bay, Cult Beauty, if you're going to stock Colourpop now, would be really good. Thanks, love you. More Christmas stuff that we're not going to be able to get over here. Bite Beauty, their Amuse Bouche lipstick set with shiny red packaging with 4 little bites, which are their little mini ones, in Nori, Tannin, Date and Sake. And I've got some, or Sake. Sake? It is sake, isn't it, the drink? Yeah. Those are the swatches. Obviously that's been spotted in a Sephora somewhere, but as far as I know it's not actually online yet, and it's not in all stores yet, but is coming soon. I did have more Too Faced to talk about, I thought so. Their Peaches and Cream collection is getting some new additions. New items include Sugar Peach Wet and Dry Face and Eye Palette for $42. These 4 pearlescent powders deliver one swipe payoff, seamless wear, and treat your face and eyes to new levels of radiant dimension. Use palette wet or dry to create limitless looks, dry for a soft glow and wet for an intensified luminous finish. Peach Lip Scrub, $17. This peaches and cream infused exfoliating lip scrub gently buffs away dry skin for lips that are soft, smooth and kiss ready. Hydrating and nourishing conditioners leave lips supple and perfectly prepped for your favourite lip products. Peach Lip Balm for $17. Treat your lips to the most decadent, rich and creamy lip balm of your dreams. Our peaches and cream infused formula nourishes and pampers lips for a buttery soft and mega moisturised pout. And new Peach Kiss shade, $21 each. Matte longwear lipsticks infused with peach and sweet fig milk in Homecoming Queen, Bridezilla, Disrobed, Flight Risk, Undercover Love, Chill Pill and Get Your Freak On. Those will be available 4th of September online at Sephora, and I assume on the Too Faced website as well. Given that we've only recently had the Too Faced Peaches and Peach Perfect foundation come over here to the UK, I'm not going to hold my breath for how long it's going to take us to get that lot over here as well. Delancey Beauty have got this Maelstrom palette, and I've got to be honest, I am loving the look of that. That is definitely calling me quite strongly, it has to be said. Yeah, I am maybe baby on that one, mainly because of that rather than not wanting it. Another person spotting stuff in Sephora's, they spotted this Becca Glow Macaron or Macaroon collection for $40 at her local Sephora. Looks like minis of their shimmering skin perfectors in shades opal, vanilla quartz, rose quartz, and prismatic amethyst. So pale biarches through to medium toned biarches, but anybody deeper than that, Becca doesn't want to know. Although they do have that that deep bronzy one, but it's not apparently included in their Christmas set, which is disappointing. Holiday previews from Sephora are usually early September, so that should be out soon. I doubt if we'll get that over here in the UK because we still haven't got the Glam Glow pink mud and pink highlighter yet, which is annoying because I really wanted to get that. The Ordinary, and just to prove a point, I do use their caffeine solution every day on my under eyes, have got a new oil out, Sea Buckthorn oil, which is this beautiful bright red. They're saying scarily vibrant, but don't quake at the shade of The Ordinary's blindingly brilliant Sea Buckthorn oil. Yes, it's dauntingly... Oh, I think it's orange. Alright, my monitor makes it look red, but if you say orange, I'll believe you. This pure organic oil boasts an unparalleled level of omega-7 and vitamin E to replenish and shield your complexion from harmful aggressors. Ideal overnight when your cells are repairing. Mix a few drops with your night cream. Believe us, the teeniest bit will work wonders. And then wake to unspeakably luminous skin. 30 mils of that in the UK from Cult Beauty is currently £14.90, which is not a bad price for organic virgin sea buckthorn fruit oil. Apparently it's suitable for all skin types. More holiday sneak peeks. This one is the ambient lighting edit called Unlocked. It says they will donate 5% to non-human rights project. Don't totally understand that. Non-human rights project. What? But 5% of it's going to charity, apparently. I quite like the look of that. But then I quite like the look of a lot of the ambient lighting ones, and I still haven't had the moolah to buy one, which is a shame. There's another picture of it in different lighting. Just to, again, that... Moving on. More sneak peeks in Ulta Beauty of Real Techniques. This is looking like brush sets. The You Glow Girl set for $50 and Keep Calm and Merry On for $30. The You Glow Girl underneath it says for a full face look, and also includes a luminous yellow beauty blender or Real Technique sponge, and looks like underneath it the Real Technique sponge travel holder thingy. And the Keep Calm and Merry On says glowing highlight and flawless lashes. Apparently some of these brushes are new. Okie dokie then, and that also contains one of their blenders. Very, very shiny. One could almost say holographic handles on those. I'll wait for the January sales and I might pick some up if they come over here. I spoke last week about the W7 tin, which a lot of the W7 tin makeups are copies of the Naked palettes. So if you really are missing Naked and you can't get hold of one, you can probably find its dupe on W7. And as I said before, I don't have an issue with dupes where it's the same colours but called something completely different, so that people who don't have the money to buy high-end cosmetics can still get the same looks but for a more purse-friendly price. I do have issues with fakes where things are calling themselves the same as the high-end brand. So if for example W7, instead of calling their palette the smoky one, had called it Naked Smoky, then I would not be happy. But they call it something completely different. They make it very obvious that it's W7, huge branding on the front of the tins, so I don't have an issue. This to me is no different, not this one, but dupe makeup or copies of high-end stuff being sold by a different brand under their branding, to me is no different to high street shops copying designer clothing from the runway and selling it cheaper so that we can all afford it. Shall I continue talking about this now? That'd be good, wouldn't it? Yeah. I spoke about this last week. This is an all metallic palette. So if you've got a lot of neutrals or matte palettes and you wanted to, on the holiday season, get some of that metallic shine, W7 have got you covered. That's a tenner on their website and is called the Metal Pop palette. And actually the brushes that come with it are not that bad. W7 have also got these glittery gel filled eye masks that you place in the fridge before use, and they can help reduce puffiness around your eyes and de-stress. Those are also a tenner each. Colourpop. The Femrosa She palette and the Lippies are coming back Thursday 10 AM. Now, I'm filming this Wednesday. It takes me best part of a day to edit all the photos in, and then it takes best part of a day to export it to the type of film that I can get uploaded to YouTube. So I'm hoping to get this up Thursday. Now apparently it comes back to Colourpop at 10 AM Thursday, which is 6 PM UK time. So I'm hoping that that wonderful time difference is going to give me time to get the pictures edited in, get this exported and get it uploaded, so that if you want it you can get to Colourpop's site and get it bought before it sells out again, because this sold out I think 3 times in a row when it first launched. I've got this palette. I like this palette. So for me that's a hell yeah, because I already have bought that palette. There's also this picture that Colourpop put up saying school is in session. Again, this is a new release dropping tomorrow at 10 AM PST or 6 PM GMT. Along with the long awaited re-release of that Karuchi She palette, we've now got these coming out as well, and that appears to be 6 Super Shock Shadows, which is more difficult to say than you would think. A 6-pack of lippy sticks. Pardon me, hiccups. OTW Ultra Metallic Liquid Lip Bundle. Back-It, which is for Ultra Matte. And Extra Attention, which again is for Ultra Mattes. I'm not keen on Colourpop's matte formula. I actually find them too drying on my lips. I can only wear them if I stick a gloss over the top, and even then it's a bit, I have to pay extra special attention to moisturise my lips the next 2 days. I've not tried their metallic formula, so I can't comment on that. I do like their satin formula, however, and I do like their Super Shock shadows. I have quite a few, which reminds me I must do a tutorial with the ones that I've got soon. Revlon put this picture up on Superdrug's Insta saying, "We're taking over Superdrug's channel to show you our new photo ready Insta Filter foundation." doesn't say how many shades, doesn't say how much it's going to be. That is quite literally all the information I've got at the moment, because that's my reminder I need to take some medication. As I was saying, that's all that I'd seen so far this morning. But on Beauty Queen UK's, on her blog today, is still Revlon, the Photo Ready Prep Set Refresh Mist, described as being a triple duty product in one spritz. So it's designed to basically be like the Prep Set and Finish kind of sprays that we're seeing a lot more of. So that, my friends, thankfully, because I need to go and take some meds, is the end of this episode of Hell Yeah, or Whoa. No. I hope that you have found this interesting, helpful, informative, fun. Maybe you had a little bit of a giggle at my rants. If you did, that's awesome. It means I've cheered you up and put a smile on your face. It would be absolutely awesome though if you could hit that like button for me, comment, share, subscribe. When you subscribe, don't forget to hit the bell, and when you hit the bell, make sure you choose all notifications, not just some, and then you'll get told every time I upload another video. And talking of another video, if you enjoyed this one, there's plenty of others you could go and watch. Not all as long as the Hell Yeahs. I've got tutorials that are shorter, and I've got a collaboration with Makeup Struggles where we discussed our favourite shades and palettes. So why don't you just have a perusal through my page and see if any of the other films take your fancy. Right, all that remains for me to say is you'll stay fabulous, and I'll see you again next time. Bye for now. Wish me luck for getting all these pictures in, will you? And the exporting. Hope you enjoy it.